What's up, folks? It's Eric. I am getting my chart set up for the day for November the 6th. So, trade station, right? All right, I want to make this a fairly quick one. I don't know, maybe 30 minutes, and then maybe I'll just work on some indicators or algorithms for a little bit. So let's see what the movers are for the day. We'll start there. And I already started taking some entries, so some of you will be excited about that. I don't know if they're great or not, but today I'm really slowing down. I'm only doing one share at a time. All right, I'm in here at OGI. All right, so I got in here at 8 o'clock. It did its normal kind of a whip thing. Probably could have waited till later, till we saw some type of descending trend line break, but I was a bit anxious, so I'm in there. All right, let's see what's so one of the sites that I go to always is Benzinga, and look at their pre-market scan, and then I look at the pre-market scan for it comes up for TradeStation. And then I just kind of compile that, put that together, see what I come up with. All right, everything is slow right now, unless my internet is off. That would be bad. Because I needs that. I need that. I'm afraid that I don't have my live isn't coming up right. Okay, it's coming up, so it's actually quite a bit delayed. I'm not sure why, but if you guys notice that it's quite a bit, well, if you are catching it on the live and you notice that it's a bit delayed, then put something in the comments so that way I can yeah, this says 27 minutes. All right, hasn't been on for 27 minutes. Literally just came on. So, all right. So then that's good. All right, so let's look at Benzinga. So the pre-market gains for the day. I'm gonna refresh this and see if we get any new information. Crev, I've been seeing that one. OGI. Let's see. Crev, debut as well. Carbon Revolution Public 52, Crev, Carbon Revolution Republic. I want to say Republic, but Public. Okay, limit shares. Curious what the float is on it. See, 16,000 average volume. That's not very much at all. What is the trading today? Crev today is, let's see if I put this in the backdrop. So Crev today is at 89,000 so far, and what we say 16,000 for the, yeah, 16,000. And then we have lost it. And OGI, BTI. Okay, BTI. All right, I've got to come up with a better way to do that. All right, so for starters though, let's do this. Let's do market overview or viewing perch, because this is where I'm actually going to put all these stocks on the chart so that I can kind of look and see what they're doing at a glance. But then I'll drag this over to one of my other desktops so I can, like I said, see what it's doing at a glance. Six should be enough. Crev, I think OGI was one of them. I know We is one I've been looking at. SLE. Let's see what has some decent volume and what's moved up. BVH? I don't know. And then I'll probably replace some of these, whether it be based on price or volume. Let's see. All right, now let's see what's going on TradeStation. Sorted by amount of volume. OGI is the OG today. Definitely have a lot of volume there, OGI. And who's moving a lot? This one is moving a lot. This is a lot of shares traded real fast here, right? BTAI. So what is it doing? Let's drop down to the 1 minute time frame. BTAI. Here's Crev. Get rid of CPS, BTAI, because it's moving a lot right now. Oh yeah. All right, so BTAI. And let's keep this on view and perch. I'm gonna drag this over to the other desktop. I've got some things I want to change around on my chart analysis. So I'll do that here in a second. BTAI, yow. Okay, so like last night I was trying to figure out where to get in at, right? So this is good. I mean, it's already moved now, so do you get in now or do you wait for some break, some continuation? If anything, like I said, 15-second chart, it's kind of a volatile chart, but at least you have some semblance of a break there. A decent trend line there. So would you take it at the break or would you wait? We have the blue line, which is momentum going, so we could take that. But over here on the 5 minute time frame, that's not much of a retrace. 5 minute time frame is showing that it probably wants to hang out down there a little bit longer, or at least rotate sideways for a bit. But also on the 5 minute time frame, we see this blue line. This is saying that that volume is starting to trend upwards, so that's a good thing. How much meat it has on the potato, I don't know. Meat on the potato, meat on the bone. I would like buy that there. What did I do? Slow trader, day plus. What? Not buy market, but yeah, so I retraced. All right, I'll take that there.
Order filled.
Yeah. All right, but I've really got to get my algorithms going, so my algorithms do it, because like I said, I'm not the best at doing manual trades, technical analysis, and that kind of thing. I'm just not. But like I said, it looked like this 5 minute did want to retrace quite a bit, and then the 1 minute time frame at least made a stop there. Where is the support? Right here, this line. Is it there? Could be there. I should probably get out of that one. 16 cents? I should probably get out of that. Every time. Get in too early. Let's do this. So if it drops below this, then I'll get out. Oh, there's the wick. There was a close below, but there's the strong wick. I want to see BTAI, what's going on the volume. And then I made a few changes with my colors and stuff, so I think it's probably time to get out of this. We're just gonna sell. Order filled.
Order filled.
30 cents. All right, so now the question is, what kind of algorithm can you put together to make a good entry on this? All right, so let's go and figure it out. BTAI. But I do want to keep an eye on, like I said, when we have a high amount of volume, and why was that a good level of resistance? And is it a temporary pause, or is this an area where price will come back to and breach, and why? For one, I don't see any super high volumes there, but let's see, that was 819. I don't see any super high volumes down here, but those high volumes could have been hidden in this low volume. The large orders could have been hidden. So, but now we're about to break. This is on the 15 tick chart. So you see there's a nice downward trend here, and it's under this green line, this 15, no, that's the 25 moving average of the tick. So if or when it crosses this 25 tick line, then that will be the time at which you say, okay, is it time to get back in? However, if you look at the 2-minute time frame, it's already breaching this potential resistance line. It's breaching that quite a bit. So yeah, it doesn't look so good. It doesn't look so it just took my 30 cents. Damn it, man. All right, on to the next one. But one of the things, like I said, I've been looking at most recently is the slope of the 200 moving average. So the red line is the slope of the 200 moving average. We don't even have, where's our 200 moving average over here? Is it way down? Yeah, it's way down here. So the 200 moving average is way down here, and we know the 200 moving average is one of those significant moving averages that is looked at a lot of different time frames. It's way down here, so this chart has already come, to be fairly extended, right? And so when it's fairly extended like that, you gotta be expecting a pullback. But gosh, I mean, it stretched way up, and not even balanced, right? So you had this big move up, retrace, huge area of volatility in here, and then it moved up here. So this should have been my clue right in here. Is like this area in here, a lot of volatility. He needed to come back and sit right on top of that level of liquidity, or that decision was made there. So there were bears and bulls and bears and bulls. So a volatile decision was made in here that the bulls had it. But now as the bulls decide to take their profits, you need to make sure that it's not just the bulls taking their profits and pulling back, and then the bulls regaining that second wind, right? But did some bears step into here also? Because the bears were here, right? So it's, I mean, just because they lost at this breach doesn't mean that they're not still present, right? So did the bears step back in here as well? Well, apparently yes, they did. But that's what I was telling you earlier. That's what I was looking for when I looked at the when I was looking at volume. When you come back here, like to the tick time frame, when you get to the top up here, when it made that new high, that's what I was looking for. So I was looking for high amounts of orders, high share orders in here to say, all right, it's not just bulls taking a little bit of profit, but it's bears smacking it back down. And you can see that in the order section, or in the in the time and sales. You can see huge orders coming in. If you have, well, for a trade station, you have to have the chart pulled up and it actually the ticker on that specific chart, and then it'll show you all of the volume moving forward. But I don't think I had, because I just turned it on when I came on with you guys. So I just turned BTAI on, so I wasn't able to capture what happened here. If I had of, then I imagine there would have been some larger orders in here to say, okay, bears are taking over. All right, but you see in here that it did finally cross. It was staying below this black line, yellow line. The black line is the 9-period moving average. Yellow line is the 15-period moving average. Green line is the 25-period moving average. It finally did cross over the green line, which it was staying under for a while. That's not the first time to enter, right? So wait for it to come down, retrace. It jumped under it again, but now it's back over it. So this might be an opportunity for, this might be an opportunity for a bit of a pullback. But now it's kind of in the bearish trend. So it's just probably bears taking profit. I wouldn't say that it's bulls taking back over. But it is over that red line there. It's over the 200-period moving average. So it may be just kind of testing that. However, like you can see over here, it's extended way over top. There's a lot to look at with this stuff, man. It really is. All right, so one of the things, like I said, I wanted to do was change my chart so that I like the blue and the red, but I found that, like, for the chart analysis here, that I wanted to take the after hours and the session hours vertical line. I wanted to take that off the chart just so it could be a lot more seamless. So I took that off the chart, and then I colored the bars black and white instead of red and blue, and so that way I can kind of see the difference between the two time frames. Yeah, but that's a wicked retracement there. All right, let's see what's going on with kind of that view and perch again. All right, so Crev. Wow, I really don't know what's going on with Crev. Right, let's see, Crev. Carbon Revolution begins trading on NASDAQ under Crev. That was 3 days ago. 3 days ago? No. What? Was this like a SPAC? And a SPAC, SPAC, is a special purpose acquisition corporation or company, and they just kind of are like a placeholder for another company to come in and not have to go through all the hoops of getting set up for being on the one of the traded markets. They don't have to go through all the hoops. They just have, there's this SPAC, this shale here, and then this company just comes in and is like, oh, I get under the shale, and then they start trading that way. So 3 days ago, was Crev a SPAC? But they're engaged in the manufacture and sale of carbon fiber wheels and research and development projects related to carbon fiber. Well, I mean, I could see, I mean, sure, but carbon fiber, these days with everything going to, being energy efficient and being light and being, having the carbon emissions being low, Metal on vehicles is heavy. Plastic, lighter, but it's not as strong. Carbon fiber apparently is very strong. And is that a way of the future? Maybe. Carbon Crev 215.
Alright, side
break. Where we at? Alright, but I'm more interested in what happened with Crev, if Crev was a SPAC or not. Yeah, there we go. So it was a SPAC, and that's why it said that it started trading 3 days ago. But yet, if you look at the chart, Crev has data back prior to that. Wise Carbon Revolution up 362%. Let's see. Carbon Revolution goes public via SPAC merger. Yeah. Okay. All right, and so that's where you get all right, so the SPAC, again, a SPAC is a shell. There's nothing going on with it, right? So it's just kind of hanging out at $6, $5, $4, whatever. And then all of a sudden they get set up with a SPAC. They get set up with a company, and the company comes in, and now the SPAC has no value, right? Or it has minimal value because it's just a shell. But some savvy investors know that these SPACs will merge together with companies, and so they may get into a SPAC and just kind of sit there and hold their position. Well, now you have this brilliant company come in, or this game-changing company come in and gets under the SPAC, gets under the shell. SPAC has little to no volume. Company has lots of potential. It gets under there and boom, just shoots it up. So that's what happened here. But now is the value of the company really $220 a share? Who knows? I'm sure time will tell. But man, is that a trading strategy to just get into a couple of SPACs and just sit there? Probably. That actually seems like a pretty interesting idea right now that I think of it. Okay, but Crev I'm not going to look at because it's way too high, and it's probably going to do some retracing, but it hadn't finished moving up before it starts doing this retracing. Nevertheless, that's not something that I'm going to look at right now. CDIO, BTAI. All right, so I am quite interested in. Gonna move this back out of here. BTAI, right? So it did right around that area where we were saying that it was starting to curve and starting to break back over. See here, break over that green line, and then it dipped down, broke back over that green line. Now it's approaching the 200 period moving average on the 15 tick chart. Anyway, now look, you see this, and this is why I have this on the chart, which I'm still trying to figure out what's the most important. Nothing is the most important. Everything is important, and that's why you have to look at so many different pieces. But look at this ass size. This ass size came up to, so the chart went down. This ass size got super high. Is that because the chart wanted to be pushed down really low? Or is that because, I know it's different in pre-market, so I've really got to figure out how you're getting high ass on the top side and then it moves up. Nevertheless, I've often seen that if you get a disproportionate amount of orders on one side than the other, that imbalance, right? This is the area right here. What is that? 828. That is the time when the chart turns around. I mean, you can't really argue that this chart moved up, made a peak here, came straight down, and this point in here, from this bar, it won't go all the way up, but from this bar down to here, you can't argue that put a halt on the downward trend. Now, is it going to make an upward trend from here? I don't know. But you can't argue that there's something to be said about that right there. And that's 828. Let's see if there's their volume there as well. 820, 826. There was higher volume. 826. But still back here. That's midway. But what I've seen before, like 826 midway, having a higher amount of volume here, even though it's midway down this stream here, that just often means that doing this midway mark down here, as it's going midway, that when this price jumps up, it's going to jump up to right there, and then it's going to decide whether or not it wants to go down or not. But it's still got a long ways to go as far as I'm concerned, because it made a huge downward movement. That's a long downward leg. All right, so I'm gonna take a few minutes and adjust my chart here. So this got to be black and white. So after hours, instead of it being red, the downward candles are going to be black, by default, and the up candles are going to be white. Alright, and then I want to get rid of these session breaks. So to customize the window, you just double click in the open empty space. I want to take off session breaks. So this line in here, it'll disappear. And like I said, some people probably like it. I like it okay. But like I said, recently I've been slowing it down. Like I said, trading one share at a time, doing chart analysis, and I find that it's just cleaner, easier for me to follow when I'm getting rid of some of this stuff. I would take a share here. You know what? I'm gonna do it. And this is my problem. This is my problem. Because I don't have a playbook, I'm just taking it off of a feeling. I'm taking it off of a feeling, and I really shouldn't be doing that. I need to get more methodical. So maybe I won't. Maybe I won't. This has been uptrending for a while. I need to only take it, at least if I have, let me open up my tablet. Charge 100%. All right, go ahead and start a playbook. Start a playbook. Ooh, look at that volume. That volume just popped up on this 15-second candle. Wow. That's a lot of volume compared to all of this. This actually broke above this 50-period moving average. So all this volume has been relatively going down. It did pop up there. But what happened there? As this price retraces and moves up, well, it hit that on the 15-second chart. It hit that 200-period moving average, and then went down. But the price continues down. Volume is low now, and then that's the second one that volume is moving above the 50-period moving average of the volume. And the yellow line and the blue line are starting to converge. You see that yellow line and the blue line are starting to converge. Something's about to happen. And I have to figure out what it is. $838. Got volume at 508. 508 is right in here. 838. That must have been right in here. Okay. And I mean, just relatively speaking, that high amount of volume is here. That's what this chart has to break through in order to continue on. now I'm curious. You see, we had that high ask size here that slowed things down. Now we have high bids here. You see, the blue line is bids, the red line is ask. So chart moved down, downtrend, hit high ask, consolidated. As it retraces back down into that same range, now we have high bids. I think that's significant. But it's only significant if the price moves back up. And if it does, then are we in a new trend? Or is it this guy? Either way, I'm down 40 cents on this stock, so I'm not in the business of just giving my money away. See that trend line? More or less from here to here to here to here. It looks like it's bouncing on that. Boom, boom, boom. Look at that. It's bounced right on that. And now if that bounces, take the entry. Take the entry. So waiting to see what happens with volume or volatility, but something's got to give. Plus, if it bounces on that, then it will also break this descending trend line also with high bids. But it looks like it's going below that trend line that we just made. Yeah, it's going below it. Okay. And this is where I sit on my hands. Something I'm not good at doing. All right, let's get the tablet pulled up. Finish changing this. Oh, there's the move up. There's the move up. Yep. Hey, where's my chart? All right, I'm gonna go ahead and enter here. Nope, not a day. Day plus. All right, so got the day plus, and then I'll have to cancel the other one.
Order filled.
And then I'm gonna probably get out down here. Get out down here. Okay. But one of the things I've been looking at more recently is trying to find out if I can find some type of algorithm, some type of cue that clues me in when the slope, when down here the 200 slope is being predictable. If we look at the 15-second time frame, the 200 slope is starting. You see it starting to curve down. That's why you see this red line starting to go below the yellow line. The yellow line is the zero line, which means that this 200 period moving average is about to start curving down. Worst time to buy? Probably the worst time to buy. However, what I've realized is the worst time to buy is at the top. Man, does that make any sense? They can't both be the worst time to buy. But yeah, because you want to you want to buy when the price is low. I've found that when I buy, the problem, well, there's a couple things going on here. The first thing is that I'm playing with these penny stocks. When the price gets low is because the move is spent, right? So the price is getting, the price is not approaching demand, it's literally like resetting. It's not finding demand. And then when the price gets high, it's not that it's finding supply, it's just moving up. So if you do find a stock, even a penny stock, that's kind of moving up in a balanced fashion, then that's fine. Find a stock that's moving up and then take the lowest of that, which is the demand side of a upward trend. But a lot of these stocks, like I said, once they go up, they just went up in infinitely, and then they're just coming down. They're not finding demand. They're not finding a base. They're just coming back down. So got to put a stop in those. You got to get out of those. I'm bad about getting out of those. Hang on, let me do something with the dog, and I'll be. Oh, dog hurt me. All right, Peanut. All right, I'll be right back, and we'll see if this thing continues to make its move up. Still didn't get the volume yet, but like I said, we did get these high bids coming in here, and it's breaching that trend line. So that might be the first play that I put in my playbook. All right, so I'm back. All right, so what's it doing? Now before I have, let's see, let's go ahead and change this, because this is, if you see down here, this is my template. So what I do is I pretty much have everything set up on this specific workspace like I like, and then what I do is I just save it, and then I copy and paste, so I can have multiple of these, and these I just call my template. So then I can apply any ticker to my templates, and they will all look the same. As far as I know, there's no better way to do that. So I save and resave. All right, so this is supposed to be black. It's default. Down candle is black. Up candle is white. Default. Okay, and that's in the pre-market hours. Look at that. All right, it's breaking that descending trend line nicely. How come I don't have my automatic trend line on the chart? What happened? Okay, all right, that's not cool. You know what? I don't think it's on this chart. It's on like this chart, which this should not be a 1 minute. This should be a 15-second anyway. No, yes. 15-second, larger, the 15-minute or the or 15-minute, 5-minute, or the daily, and then over here we'll have the 2-minute. All right, so if you see, yeah, there we go. That's what I was looking for. Still not perfect, but this descending trend line here, this is one of the algorithms that I have created. I just call it trend line. All right, so when I apply it to the chart, boom, you can see that it creates this trend line here. And it creates a trend line from swing highs, and the swing highs also, I believe, the logic says that the swing highs have to have a certain amount of volume, right? So you see that this swing high here came up, met a certain height, has bars on both sides, plus the volume here is higher than the candles, around it, as well as higher than the moving average, that blue line. Also here you have a swing high, has a number of candles on the left, number of candles on the right, plus the volume here is higher than that 50-period moving average of the volume. All right, so it plots from here to here, extends to the right, and typically I see after that the stocks make a little move up. And again, here we're talking about playbook, so I haven't spent enough time with it, looking at it, to tell how much of a move up to expect, but I have seen moves up. Moves up. Moves up. Move up. Moves up. I'm just going to leave it alone. After that. All right, so that's on 15-second time frame. Let's see. Remember that line we drew earlier? This line here. Yeah, so on the 15-second time frame, you get a lot more of the indicators that I've created that pop up, the swing levels and all this kind of stuff to pop up. But that ascending trend line that we created here earlier from these swing highs, it kind of touched the swing low and the swing low. It breached below that here, and now it's just under it here, right? So now it's become a descending resistance, which is not great, but it is what it is. Okay, so I gotta change some more stuff around, I think. Let's see, why do I have this yellow line? That's a highlight. That's not supposed to be connecting. It's supposed to slow pull back. Don't automatically connect. Save it as a default. Yes. Okay. So these yellow lines here, these yellow overlays, I've found that these yellow overlays typically indicate that there's a potential for a move up. Now, it's not long studied, but it is something that I found to work in a few places. Obviously, it didn't work up here, and so then we have to ask ourselves, why didn't it work up here? Here we had and then also, I was telling you about the creating the trend line from the swing highs. There's the swing highs there, swing high. These ellipses that I made on the chart will also show you where the swing high is. So, you know what? I could have made that a candle paint, but yeah, anyway. So after the swing high, we get the yellow paint, and then it moves up. We get the yellow paint, and then it moves up. Here, after this swing high, we get the yellow paint, and it continues descending. We had volatility here, but that's because of the change of the market hours. All right, hang tight. Got to talk to Mom Dukes, and so I'm just going to meet you while I do that. All right, I'm back. Got to talk to your loved ones. Gotta, and you know, hey, YouTube is great, whatnot, but you know, y'all won't be here forever. Well, none of us will be here forever. So, anyway, you know what I mean. Family is important. All right, so what I did, I just made those changes there to the pre-market and the after hours candlesticks, and so then I just saved it to the template. I deleted the other templates, and then I copied and pasted, you know, this final template to those other spaces. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna actually open those up. I think those are the way I like it. I'll open those up, and then I'm gonna open those up, and then I think I canceled it right away. I'm gonna open those up, and then that way these some of these other charts I can apply to into those workspaces. So this is just what's going on. See Crev. I said I need to take that one down, but anyway, BTAI. Wow. Like I said, huge retracement there. I don't know. And then I was interested in but looks like it's coming on down. But if you remember from the 15-second time frame on BTAI, it's doing the same thing that is doing here, where we had that descending trend line. Where we go? We had that descending trend line, and then from the descending trend line, the candles. All right, I guess I need to slow down for it. Keeps trying to load everything up, and it's getting in my way. All right, so we have this swing high here, this swing high here. This trend line was created, and then all of a sudden, the candles are kind of closely trading down the trend line. So what does it do from there? Does it break out or not? All right, so we do want to give its own workspace, because, like I said, you can't track the volume unless it has its own workspace. Now BTAI, I had it on the template here. I'm gonna have to leave it on the template, otherwise I'll lose this data here. But while I was on the phone, you saw that there was a 10,000 share order on BTAI, but it happened right in here, right? So this large candle here. So, like I said, now the question is, and maybe my play should be, all right, the stock moves up, it retraces significantly, comes down, finds high ass, moves laterally into a rotation until we get a high amount of bids. Not only do we get a high amount of bids, but then we have a high share size here, and that's actually at the ass, but it moved the price up. I mean, after hours, so it will move the price up, because in after hours you can only put in limit orders. So as the stock is going up, you got to put in an order that's going to continue to move the stock up, and if the stock is going down, if you want to sell, you got to put in an order that's going to continue moving the chart down. That's why I don't like after hours. But anyway, so that order was right here, right? It was that candle there. And from there, right? From there, after you get that high order, chart retrace, right? So that's why, if you guys can then understand why my chart is set up the way it is, it's set up like this for these reasons. And no, I'm not a professional trader. No, I'm not making hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars doing this, but I am paying attention, right? So I've still got more work to do, but I know that I need to look at a larger time frame. I know that I need to look at a smaller time frame, primarily for entry. The ticks I like because it gives me an idea of volatility, how quickly or how many shares, how many transactions it's taken for something to happen, because that gives you an idea of absorption or what's going on at these pivots. We know that, I have these descending trend lines because we know that as trends are broken, that's the only way that you can get a new trend. And I mean, that's not rocket science. That's not make believe. That's just the truth. And that's just the truth. So I have these descending trend lines. What else? The time and sales. I have the time and sales up here because, like I said, I mean, you can see here. Now, on whatever time frame you want to look at it, I don't know. I don't really care because I haven't figured it out. But like I said, when we got this hot relative to everything else, right? So I have this this time and sales. It's filtered so that only like share orders larger than maybe 5,000 or something like that. What is it? I have it filtered so that orders only. Yeah, I messed it up. There we go. Everything, ass, bids, trades. Yeah, I went and then messed it up. That's what I did. But that's all right. You saw it on there, so. But now I have to fix it because. There we go. All right, so. And I haven't figured out that I want that or not. So this is bids, right? So all the bids that come through where people are putting up offers to buy come up here gray. All the asks that come up here, I guess dark gray or something. But as far as I can tell, those are not. That's just like your level 2. So that just shows you what orders are coming in. That doesn't show you what actually got executed. What actually got executed are these here, the trades. The trades, you see the hand there, bam. That's actually what got executed. These here are just what you might have put an order on there, right? And so then we're talking about the HFTs, high frequency trading, where there's all these orders that get flooded, that flood the market, and then it makes you think that the market's going to do a certain thing, and then they withdraw that order real quick. So I don't really look at the HFTs and the level 2s. I have to be careful about looking at that because same way you can get fooled with that. Not to say that you can't get fooled with this, because as I understand that there are some like black pools, right, that can make orders, but the orders don't actually show up on the time and sales until like the end of the day. I don't understand that, but that makes it complicated for traders like us. So, but one of the things, like I said, I do look at here are the size of the orders, because the size of the orders right here, it made the market change, right? So if you were looking for this specific order size here, then you would have went ahead and sold right there. I see this all the time where charts trade 5,000 shares, 8,000 shares, 10,000 shares, 12,000 shares, 8,000 shares, 9,000 shares, and then all of a sudden there'll be an 80,000 share order, and then that trend is done, and then that trend pulls back. It pulls back or it changes altogether. I see it all the time. I see that more often probably than I see other stuff, which, like I said, at one time, that's really why I got this entire computer set up. Why I bought a whole brand new computer, so that I could set all these charts up, all these tickers up on all these workspaces, just let it record all day, and then I would come back here at the end of the day and look to see where the large orders happen. I would do what you just saw me do. I'd put circles at the areas of high orders, and then I just kind of look and see what the large orders made happen. And some of the times I would see large orders come in here, but you see it stopped this pullback, and I don't even know if it's a pullback, but it stopped that bullish move. But I don't want to say the confusing part, but I think the next part of that equation that I've seen is that order then there, when it gets broke, when the bullish move continues to happen, it bangs through that area. It just shoots right through that area. And now that I'm kind of looking at other things other than just the order size, I'm also looking to see what the chart's done, where it's bounced, broken a trend line. Now maybe that makes more sense because that's larger money getting in position. So I don't, and maybe that large order there bought up all the ass. It was at ass. Maybe that large order bought up all the ass. So I don't know. That's the piece I have to figure out. I think that's where the playbook comes into the equation, so you can actually make some sense of the move or what's happening. So, like I said, I'd be curious to think that as the price moves back through this area, it'll just shoot through, because now smart money, bigger money, for whatever reason, this area in here, which coincides with all of these areas, and is on the opposite side of the high ass, on the opposite side of these bounces. Now they are in their best position to push the price really high. So I'm just going to hold my position there. Like I said, I'm in for, I think I'm in. Aren't I in? Yeah, BTI. Yeah, I'm in. One share. All right, and then SPRC, I'm still holding that bag. But it was starting to move up in my favor. And if you look at the chart this morning, doesn't look so great. All right, so now I have all these up here. Now I need to move some of these charts onto these templates. So like I said, I can keep track of them. Radar screen. And no, this is not the radar screen. This is radar screen. What? You mean I opened all that in the wrong? Let me get things situated here. All right, so radar screen over here. There we go. All right, so I'm just looking at my radar screen here. Viewing perch. OGI. Looking like a G. Looking like the OG. I mean, it's really trying to encroach on that descending resistance there. So that looks good. All right, so OGI, BTAI, and SPRC is, yeah, still trash. I mean, just those two for right now, right? All right, so we have BTAI right there. Say that 10 times fast, Jesus. All right, BTAI and OGI. Yeah, that's where I got in at. All right, so, and then one of the things that I have on the chart, again, we talked about having the larger time frame, so the 15-minute time frame, the smaller time frame, which I have as 15-second time frame, and then 2-minute time frame is the intermediate. When I look at the smaller time frame, I have two data streams going on here. I have a 15-second time frame, and then the 5-minute time frame is actually going on in the background. It's like underlaid for the 15-second time frame, and the back data stream, it had a swing level right here. It had a high swing level, so that was the 5-minute time frame. So if we go over here, that's 15-minute time frame. If we go here on the 5-minute time frame, then this chart made a potential swing high right here. All right, and that showed up on my 15-second time frame. It showed up on my 15-second time frame without me having to do any extra work. It's just visible for me, which is great. Okay. I don't know that I need the slope down here because I'm actually not exactly sure how I want to employ it, how it needs to be employed by the playbook. So, boom, 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 boom. Dip down, moved up. So what I'm looking at now, if you can follow what I'm doing, is I'm just moving laterally from left to right, looking to see what the slope of the 200 moving average is doing. In addition to, I'm looking to see what these blue lines are. So the blue line over on top of or underneath the red line is where volume is moving up, as well as the slow moving average of the slope is moving up as well. Okay, so blue, 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 and it stops. Yep, nothing here, nothing here. Now we got some blue. And not only that, but the chart moved up. Now we have blue here, the chart moved up, blue here. We have blue here, but the chart's coming down, so. But also this black line is coming down, so we have to, okay, blue line, chart's moving up. Okay, so I think what I need to do, at least for the 15-second time frame, is this indicator down here. I can't make it any bigger without moving everything. But this down here, let's see, I can zoom in. So I should only have blue where the black line is moving up. I can have the blue there. I shouldn't have the blue if the black line is moving down. Black line's moving down here, but that would have been a decent entry. So I'm trying to figure out how or if I need to alter the algorithm, the script, because the blue here is not so great. I do want it right here. Do want it right here. And that's where it's moving up. But there where it's moving up is a no-go. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna move this from I'm going to say that if that black line is moving down, then I do not want the blue line to show up. So blue, this is blue, plot 4. If volume and that, and value 2 is less than 0. Alright, so I have to say also, and value 1, which is the fast, is greater than value 1 of a bar ago. Alright, that worked. So we got rid of, so any place where the black line is coming down, which is the fast period moving average of the slope, is coming down, it does not trigger that blue line. Alright, good. Alright, so OGI. And obviously those are really good for scalps. And I don't want to say scalps so much as in I like trading the lower time frame. I don't do swing trading or anything like that. I only do swing trading when I'm bag holding. But so really looking at the larger time frame, coming down to the smaller time frame, if there's a indication that you have a new trend or you're trending up in the larger time frame, then you do want to come over to the smaller time frame and then take your entry there. So you can call that a scalp if you want to, but those are my trades. So if the larger time frame was indicating that we're in a new upward trend, then over here, then I would come over here and I see this blue show up on this indicator, and I'd say take that entry. But now, what's your stop? Is your stop down here? Right? That's what we got to figure out. You can draw an ascending trend line there amongst those. So maybe when it fires off here, you enter here, stop loss here, take profit up here. I don't know. Just because I see this often enough, I think I'm just going to enter just to have some skin in the game, and then I'll look for stop loss to be up here at the at that swing level. Does that make sense? Does that make sense to anyone? And actually, it looks like I'm already in OGI right there. So, right? If you can see that zoomed in, if you see over here, I took the entry somewhere over here. Yes. So I'm already in at this level. So I'll just leave it alone. But I think at that point, I was figuring that this was my my stop loss. Yeah. Oh no, I entered over here. So probably this should have been my exit anyway. But I believe I was looking at this to be the low, and so I was looking for something larger. And that's the thing. Don't have enough. Don't have enough of a playbook to go by. All right, so we're gonna say this is OGI E1106 OGI. All right, and then OG8. All right, OGI. So now I'm just back to that viewing screen. BTAI is still hanging out there. We're 5 minutes to the open. Let's see, is anything else moving on the radar screen? CDIO. Keep forgetting about that one, but that's where I am there. OGI. CDIO. I mean, nothing's really taken off. BTAI is trying to move down. Yeah. But this descending trend line is what I was telling you about before on OGI. I like that it's from here to here. I like that it's trying to still hang out around this descending trend line. Good opportunity to break it there. BTAI has no other new volume, new reasons to enter. Starting to get a reason to exit though, right? No? Okay, let's see what's going on with NVIDIA. Like I said, the tech stocks are the ones that I really kind of think I should, or the small cap stocks. But I need to get into something other than these super small, penny stocks. Second. Get up there. Get your butt up there. All right. Just curious if I can come up with a algorithm for NVIDIA that works on a 15-second time frame. And I wonder, I think I was talking about this the other day. I wonder if I should make a new algorithm just every morning or every night. Well, there's market open. I wonder if I should make one every day, and then that way I'll have the most recent kind of updated algorithmic stance, if you will.
Order filled.
Order filled. Why? What order was filled? What did I have out there? Who? Okay, OGI is trying to break above. This is what we're looking at. OGI is trying to break above that descending trend line. BTAI is going back and retracing, trying to find this trend line, which is weird. Well, it's weird that that's a ascending trend line. Shouldn't be. All right, so let's go look at OGI. Oh, there's BTAI making its move. Oh, there's OGI. BTAI, you can do it. Put your back into it. All right, I don't even know where I'm in at. Looks like I'm in here. Average at 487. All right, I have two shares. I was in at 487. Initially, I lost 40 cents on the stock. So if I could redeem myself and get back that 40 cents at an average of 487, that would put me at around 527. 527 is up here, and this is not the way to trade, guys. You do not revenge trade. You do not try to get your money back from the stock, but I do, and that's a surefire way to leave money on the table and/or get your butt burned. So looks like some burning is happening here. All right, if it comes below this, then I'm out, and that's 1, and that's 2. Again, trying to play the open market against the after hours just doesn't make a lot of sense. Well, I will say that you'll typically see that when the chart moves up in after hours, it's got to retrace during the open hours. And right now it came at least that point right there around 475. If you look over to the left hand side of your screen, boom, hit about that same target during actual open hours trading. There's the wick, there's the bottom. I think I'll get stopped out. It's okay. It's okay. I have to tell myself it's okay, because otherwise you'll find that you truly revenge trade, and you hold on to bags, and you say that it's never going to be okay, and I always have to hold on until it becomes okay, and that's not good. All right, so I've got BTAI going, I've got OGI going. Wow, sell off also. All right, let's set a stop there to get out of OGI should it continue down. Okay, there's BTAI. Now I'm looking at the charts and I'm trying to recall what I've observed in prior charts about what the slope is doing and everything. See if I can make a better decision. The fact that this slope on the 5-minute time frame is moving up, this actually looks pretty good. The black line retrace underneath the red line, that's good. On the 1-minute time frame, it's still over the slope is still positive, so that means that the 200 period moving average is still moving up, so that's still good. And there goes OGI. 15-second time frame. The 15-second time frame is a lot more wild, and let's see, something happened. Some order or something happened, because it's moving up now. $9.36. At $9.36, there were a slew of orders. We're at $9.36, 4,000 shares. How do you have that many? How do you have that many 4,000 shares? 4,000 share size thingies at one time? 934, 935. That looks like, I mean, all of them are 4,000, 4,000, 5,000, 4,000, 5,000. That just looks very peculiar. That looks like something, yeah, anyway. What? What's going on here?
Order filled.
I get stopped out somewhere. Oh yeah, BTAI is sinking like a tank. Okay. So, at least I didn't try to keep holding on to it. But like I said, I mean, this didn't look very strong. OGI, on the other hand, looks a lot better. See what the bid and ask size are. There's a lot of bids that came in right in here. See the blue lines really high. There's a lot of bids that came in this areas here. So if the price gets above that, and that area is kind of synonymous with this descending trend line, I'd say it's go time. What am I basing that off of? Nothing. But I'm gonna be ready. I'm gonna be ready.
Alright, side break.
Order filled.
Who is that? Oh, that's probably, yeah, BTAI taking a sleep,
Side break.
taking a nap. I want to get in here if it. I feel like that's one that you're going to keep chasing. Yeah, I feel like that's going to be one that you keep chasing. Once it goes, it's going to be gone. Is anything else moving? OGI, Mole is moving. Mole and Verb. What are they doing? Oh, yeah. Alright, but they're both like 30 cent stocks. Mole and Verb. Mole. Verb. And there's not a lot of volume either. Looks like one of those slow trickles that'll just keep trickling up. Alright, I gotta change this. what I'm saying is when I'm looking at this, these dots are not supposed to be connected. And this not supposed to be connected. Okay, so it's supposed to be broken up like that. And then when we have this nice connection, that's a good indication that price is going up along with strength.
Check for entry.
So there we go. That's the first large one, and with volume.
Order filled.
Yeah. Should we buy a few more? Yeah.
Order filled. Order filled.
Yeah, we're just gonna buy a few more there. Now we have 4 and 5. 4. Take it. Take it. Take it. Get in there.
Order filled.
Got in there anyway. Alright, cancel that one. Alright, so OGI. Do your thing. Do your thing. OGI. 937. 43. Probably should have still waited till a larger order size came in. But guys, I'm impatient. I am. That's not the best for these type scenarios. But I do see that trend line being broken. Yep. Looking pretty good. High of the day. Right? I mean, you know, for the market hours. So that's a good thing. Why didn't, I mean, while that goes, it's okay to sit here and keep watching it. That's cool. But while that goes, I want to look back at BTAI and find out why that went wrong. Oh, this is going so right. This one here is going so right. So you want to optimize the study? Yes. Scaling, automatic. Yeah, of course, it would do something different once it gets down to my exit. However, I don't think that matters. I think this is just an area where other shorts are taking profit. It could be, I mean, like I said, it's hitting this line here. It could be an area of support, but it need to bounce and do a whole bunch of other things. Bounce and break a descending trend line and all that kind of stuff before, you know, you want to get back into it. So unless it just makes a straight shot back up, which is not that common. It's not that common. BTAI. OGI. Look at that. So this is the trend line that was created by my script here, and the price just broke above that, so that's good. Now the question is, can it hold it and then continue on? This is a 15-second time frame. Will that red candle just eat that blue candle? Like to eat apples and bananas.
RSI break.
It's not the RSI break, it's the verb. Where you at, verb? VRB. What's going on, verb? Oh yeah. Verb. Look at you go. Look at you go. Now what is the rest of, what does the larger bias look like? Alright. Alright. Just adjusting my chart a little bit here, but the scaling, it should always be automatic. I don't know. The volume is the only one that seems to lose its scaling default. So just make sure it's right on the template. Make sure I save that. And then that'll become the new template. That'll become the new template. BTAI is the one that dropped out of space, dropped down, huge red candle. So BTAI is done for the day, for me, for now. OGI. Where you at? Need you to continue doing your thing. SPRC is doing better. I mean, than the worst that it had done. Okay, I need to work on some scripts or something. All right, you do see here that when we got to that little high there, that was also coincidentally, that was the same place where we got this high amount of ask here, and then there was a retrace. Now we saw that also on BTAI. And I was pointing it out, and we said, okay, well, is price going to break above that? If it does, it'll just kind of keep blasting through. And it looks like it didn't, though, right? Because we got this high ask down here, which halted that downward trend. It moved it into a lateral rotation space, and then we got this high order right here, and that high order from there, the stock has just gone straight down. So that's why I say these high orders and these high ask sizes, it's worth noting. And so, like I said, the price came down here. I exited here, but we have high bids coming into play now. We got high bids here. High bids here met with a high order. All right, gotta take some notes. BTAI is definitely going down. OGI is trying to fight the good fight. All right, verb. I don't need verb. But let me see. I started putting something together for NVIDIA. Get that out of here. Okay, so I want to go back through NVIDIA and see where some of these larger moves happen and see if I can't make a script to pull them out. Or just identify the uptrends and try to find the continuation there. Well, I think I was saying that in one of the other streams was that I'm trying to do too many things in one. I'm trying to find the lows. I'm trying to find the ascending bounces. I'm trying to find the continuation. I'm trying to find too many things on one screen, and it's getting me into trouble. You know, you got the lateral rotation here, which plays by a different set of rules in the trending direction. So if we say that this was lateral, something like that, we say that's lateral, and now we say that this is ascending. And how are we finding that? How are we finding those? Okay, so then, and I should be doing this on the chart analysis screen. Chart analysis. calling that the wrong thing, man.
RSI break.
It's not the RSI break. All right, so let's go back and, like I say, 5-minute time frame or 15-minute time frame for NVIDIA. We're gonna open that up, and then we're gonna identify this. That's not what I identified on the other one. Okay, I think this was just me working the other night. So yeah, we used the 5-minute time frame. So the ascending channel is going to look something like that, which is just kind of bouncing over the 200 EMA. So let's find a script that works for NVIDIA on the 5-minute time frame as it's in an ascending time frame situation. So we're going to look 15 days back just so we have a valid amount of information. And one of the things I can see here is just that it for sure needs to be over the 200 period moving average, right? Because when we get to this lateral movement here, it's bouncing. I mean, like the majority of it is under the 200 EMA. So if I make that thick, you can see that line. See that line there. All right. So the ascending, the actual uptrend is kind of following this line. Make it that thick. We'll make this color yellow. All right, and then it kind of also, can I do a parallel? So also something like that. Okay, so what's going on with in this up channel here? So maybe my thing is that I wanted to trade ascending channels. That's going to be my playbook. My playbook is going to say I'm going to trade ascending channels. So that's what I want to do. Eric's playbook. Eric's playbook. Ascending channel. And for the next week, you're going to hear me talk about nothing but ascending channels. Let's do that. Let's do that. I'm going to be an ascending channel king. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? All right, let's see. Development out of stocks. All right, this is playbook. All right, so tab S7. Get that going. Need to connect here. And then we can turn this one off. Start that. Go to here. All right. Now you know what I'm talking about, right? You know what I'm talking about. I just figured out the other day that I can do this. This is cool. All right, so ascending channels. All right, what's going on? The what? Uptrend. And then we're going to say, how's it defined? Defined. I'm going to look at a couple different charts. Well, I don't know why you disconnected. Why did you disconnect? Maybe I have to leave that up. All right, so that's just what I had written. defined. So what uptrend? This is the playbook ascending channel defined. Let's go to, I'm just kind of keeping my eye on what's going on with the charts too, because this is not I'm in OGI, but it's not an ascending channel, right? So it's trying to break back out again above that descending resistance. But I have in the past seen that when you get kind of like this move, when you get this kind of a move above the descending resistance, and then it breaks back below it, I've seen that this right here just kind of fizzles out. But you have to watch it because, excuse me, if this were during market hours, this right here would say that, all right, well, this is done. This is a fake out. It'll fizzle out. But because this was market open, and I didn't change my color here, but because this is market open, this might still have a move. But I need to change the colors here because that's pre-market hours. Just double click on the screen. This is for Trade Station. Double click anywhere on the screen. Session breaks, I want to get rid of that. And then you want to double click on the actual price info itself. And then go to style, and then for after hours I want it to be the bullish candles, I want it to be white, bearish candles I want it to be black. I actually need to redo this for all of these. So CREV, SLE, BBH, BTAI. BTAI is still trying to do something down here. SPRC. But none of these are really moving today, so I can really just get rid of all of them and not even worry about putting them back up here because nothing's moving today. Let's see on the radar screen, did anything else new pop up? I don't know, but I tell you what, some of these are moving very fast. LIFW is moving very fast. What's going on there? I'm gonna copy this, paste it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we're gonna sort it, organize it. One of them is OGI, one of them is LIFW. Oh, that's why. Okay. Do I want to get in on that? Right? Or has it already made its move? Radar screen. LIFW. Left is moving. All right, let's get this out of here and then open up LIFW. Let's put this on NVDA. On this NVDA screen. Yeah, it's moving solid, steady, strong on here. Yeah, there's the retracement, but it's coming down to the 200 EMA. I feel like I'm a horse race caller or something like that. Eesh. Let's get into this. A lot of volatility there. Let's get into this. But this is not the time to get in. You get so emotional about these things, you know? All right, I'm gonna buy that. And then oh, wrong one. Exit there for a little scalp. Because this came down a long ways. Hit that higher volume right in here. So it might bounce down there again. Okay, so that high volume. Is that the bounce?
Order filled.
Come on, tap it. Tap it. Nope. Got that high volume in right there. You see that high volume? Got that, so from there it retraced a bit.
Order filled.
Let's get it one lower then. And then this is where I struggle. Because now that it's showing a tendency to want to move down, I should just stay out of it. And it needs to, on the 15-minute time frame, it needs to retrace some. On the 15-second time frame, on the 2-minute time frame. What is this? What did it do here? Did it halt? 10:04, 10:05, 10:06. No. There's no candle there. Not sure. Yeah, there's no volume there either. There we go. So I'm trading pennies, guys. Obviously, you see that. Why does it look like really trading? Not even looking for 1 cent there. Move it up. And then that's the other thing. I find that I get into a position where it's, you know, not bad or good for a scalp, and then I try to move it into a like a swing range scenario, especially if it's extended like this. Yeah, so I think I would typically expect, well, that's a good narrow bar there with lower volume. And so now we're looking for the break of that. And it could come back any distance there. The volume isn't doing much of anything. I mean, not to give you any indication, if you will. All right, so lift. Completely distracted. Oh, what did I say? I said I was only trading the ascending channels. Meanwhile, I've gotten to something completely different. This is no longer ascending channel, is it? No. It's actually like really extending outside of an ascending channel. If you were to even actually from here to here to here to here, it just broke above the ascending channel. So it's a good time for it to pull back. Yeah, no. It's a good time for it to pull back and just show that it was a fake out and come all the way back through, or just overextend it and then come all the way back through. Okay, so this is what I call like the ascending channel, more or less. Or we could go from will that change in both? No, that only changes in one. Okay. Or we could go from there, do a new parallel. Say it's more right there. Okay, but either way, it's way outside of that, right? So I'm just going to get creative here with coming together with a script, and then we'll evaluate it later or real time, whatever. Okay, so we know that at least on NVDA, it was operating over the 200 EMA. That's just in general, to be valid within the channel, it had to be over the 200 EMA. Here, we're seeing a lot of that. It's over this 200. Actually, it's the moving average, but let's just start there. So we'll say that the open is greater than SA 200, which is a simple moving average of the 200. Okay, what else? Because there's going to be more. To find an entry, okay, and again, we're talking about 5-minute time frame. To find an entry, we did have a long red candle there. So if we're trying to identify like that and that, we did have long red candles there. So within the last couple candles, we had long red candles, and then this one. And I think I'm not taking these because they are within the same. It's kind of like the lateral rotation within the channel before you get back to this. Before you get back to this touch here. Oh yeah, keep doing your thing. Keep doing your thing. Make a new high. So I can go back and get out. Never should have been in there in the first place. Which one was my... I think I was here.
Alright, separate.
Yeah, like that. Oh, but I already have orders in, so it's prepared to take me out whenever it gets up there. That's another thing I've noticed with TradeStation, especially if the stock is going like really quickly. You'll see that this doesn't move. It still says, you know, that my position is minus 1 cent. Did you see that right there? All of a sudden we got a huge amount of shares. I wondered, did it? No, it didn't change anything here, but the volume size got really large here on this candle. And it didn't do it all at one time. It was kind of like boop, 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 boop. And it got big. Large orders on this candle, and it retraced. Large orders on this candle, and it's holding this this descent. But we're getting this overall kind of move down. Now we have the volatility. What's going on here? Do I have something in my messages? Okay, so we got volatility here. Yeah, we got volatility again. Here, we got so this is pretty much what I do when I sit here with my charts. I just kind of make notes along the way throughout the day, and then I will evaluate that later on to see what happened if we typically get clusters of volatility and then larger volume and then a break of the descending resistance. Whoa!
Order filled.
Yeah. And I don't even know why I put my take profit all the way up here, but all right, then we got this large order down here at the bottom, right? All right, this area here was quick. Quick TS. This was sudden order size. Yep. Yep. It's better wrong anyway.
Order filled.
Bam. Ask. See what's going on with the order sizes over here. Nothing's still going on with the order sizes. This is just still going straight up. So, I mean, you know, again, at what point do you say, yeah, it's probably done? Looking for that huge retracement? Okay. large order there, and that order there on this 15 tick area anyway is way larger than most of the rest of these. I mean, it's not like 4 times larger, but it's standing over top of all these. So that would be a good indication that it's probably going to struggle a little bit to continue on. This one here. Uh-oh. Okay. Hey. Oh. All right, and then you see when it did enter back into that range, now we get back into that volatility again. So maybe it'll shoot up quite a bit from there. But just because it goes over this level does not mean that this level was defeated. Could just be that whip. Oh, that was nice. But again, another one, even larger order right here. Larger volume size here. So I'd be getting scared right about now if I was still holding. But again, I don't know anything about this yet. It's definitely moving sideways though. And now the volatility is well, it's not so much volatile as it is liquid. Because there's no, and when I'm talking about liquidity, I'm talking about how quickly you can get in and out. You know, how many transactions happens at every order level, right? And I mean, it's not missing any beats. It's nice full candles in here. The liquidity is where it's, the illiquidity, the volatility is where it's like order here, down here, up here, down here, up here, down here. Liquidity is like it's boom, 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 boom. Ooh, nice. Yeah. Okay. Now it's illiquid. All right. I'm gonna buy another one. You know, I just love the action. You know what I mean? Yeah. But that's my problem with trading is I enjoy the excitement. So. And I should, well, normally I would put like a stop loss here and then trail it up, but I'm not that familiar with TradeStation to be able to, because with Thinkorswim I could take it out and put another one in real quick and then just kind of keep it moving. They have like the matrix, but it's not the same with TradeStation. And look at that! Oh, it just hit. I think it just halted. That's crazy. Look at that. $3 up to $6. Where did I start looking at it? I think I started looking at it. Well, I'm on a 5-minute time frame for my study, so that's crazy. That's banana. All right. Wow. Way to go, Eric. I made $1.04 off of that. I mean, I lost 94 cents on BTAI, chasing that down the drain. So anyway, but that's one of the things that I've learned throughout the course of time too is, stop. Just if it's losing, just get out. Just leave it alone. There will be another one, and it may not be today. It may not be this hour, but there will be another one that makes the move that you need. And but so now what I need to do is I will go and copy this, and then I move it to my I move it to, well, I can move it here, but it's not an ascending channel. But typically, like I said, I'll move it over to my tablet so I can then study it. This one didn't even want to come out that clear on this one. So, like I said, I'll see that volatility, got the large order in here, sudden large size, but those two are combined, right? Because what happened over here didn't happen over here. And then we had again, so those two things happen, and then again over here we got another large order or high volume. And then from there, once we broke out over that, it did retest. It retested in here. But then it continued up. I mean, a nice move up. And those orders, those large orders, were not, they were not at the ends of the range, which I often see is like a good sign of to fake you out. That's that accumulation before a move. Like these were right in the middle, right? Right in the middle, which is, like I said, looking back on it, it's a bit peculiar. But this is also on the tick chart, so not really sure what that looks like on the minute time frame. Let's go back to the 5-minute time frame again. So we're trying to find something for the playbook that makes sense. Something for the playbook that makes sense, and that we can duplicate, replicate. And I think what the last things that we were kind of talking about was that prior to a big move, there was a larger red candle in the mix. Okay, so larger red candle down to the blue, some larger red candles down to the blue. Those larger red candles lead to a potential, a partial pullback. Look at that retracement. Oh, whoa! All right, that's about to halt down. I don't really care because I'm not in it. Again, none of these moves go on forever, so you just got to figure out where you want to get out and just get out somewhere. So, now I can't say that the open has to be under the. I can't say that the open has to be over the 200 moving average, because if it was, then this wouldn't work. Well, I can. I just wouldn't be able to target this specific candle. Or I can say that it has to be at least within a certain percentage close to the 200 moving average. So let's say the open has to be over like 90% of the moving average. So we'd say multiply that times 9, and then let's say that it has to be a bullish candle. So I'm going to say there's a bull. I don't have bull defined. I have bear defined. I don't have bull defined. I need to find that. I forget how I have to make that function, but I'll say that the open is less than the close. All right, and then we'll say CCC. What's going on with CCC? CC. I'm curious how far it'll go from there. Okay. Oh, look at you, Life. What you doing? That thing halted up, dropped down, but look, where did it drop down to? It dropped down right into here. What happened in there? I don't know. But it is moving. It's getting really tight in there. There we go. There's a little bit of expansion. $82,000 at 1025. I think that was just on reawakening from the. What is going on with Life? LIFW. That thing is a monster right now. Whatever it is. Oh man. I'm just looking on Benzinga to see if there's anything. This is, excuse me, November 6th. This is the best that it has. Just that it's stopped on the halt to the upside. I mean, but it doesn't tell us why. So that's what I like about Thinkorswim is Thinkorswim will actually, good gracious of life. Things still moving. And see, this is when I get impatient. I'm gonna be honest with you. This is when I get impatient. I'll go either to this broker or I'll go over to Thinkorswim and I'll put in a large order. Which on this account I have it set up so I'm not able to put in orders but so large. But on Thinkorswim, got a few more ducks in there, and I'll make them things fly. And I should be waiting. I should be still working on my craft, but okay, this is also important for me to note too, moving forward, is that I can get these real high asks or bids when a halt is in effect. And I was talking to you earlier about like the momentum indicator and this slope of the 200 moving average. All this, catch it in the blue, trade it in the blue. Don't trade it right here in the clear. Trade it in the blue. Don't trade it here. Trade it in the blue. Trade it in the blue. So that seems to be working for this chart. I'm sure it's not going to work for all charts, but if I can find the charts that it does work for, so I want to save that. Like I said, trying to figure out. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have different playbooks, and then I'm going to just save it to the different playbooks so I can study each specific playbook. I think that's a better way of doing it. All right, so. This one's going to be called Eric's Playbook, Ascending Slope. Okay. Save that. Open this up. Okay, this is LIFW. That works on this one. Need to make myself a note that this was a halt up. Okay. All right, so this is E10, nope, 1106, 23, life. What am I doing? Okay. Alright, got that. Let's see what's happening on the larger time frame. Larger time frame is still, it's crazy. Well, 15-minute for sure, but let's see the 5-minute time frame. See this descending trend line? It worked well. So I need to have one more playbook for sure that is a descending trend line break. And so, like I said, the objective would be to figure out what's going on in those specific areas to qualify that this descending trend line is a valid. It's not valid resistance. It's actually I don't know what you call it, but potential that's generated. Because if it was valid resistance, then it just kind of, I mean, it is valid resistance, but it would just kind of keep going down. But since it's just a placeholder for purchases, that's different. But man, that is something. I think it's got a lot more room. Man, let me go over to my other platform. Ah, I'm missing it though. I'm missing it. You know what? Forget about it. I'm not going to do it. Look, I'm going to close it. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to miss this opportunity. But I see it going to 10. And there's $2. That's crazy. All right, so let's go back to the back to chart analysis. Okay. All right, so we said that we want the open to be above the 90% of the 200 moving average, and the open to be greater than close. Anything with volume. Anything with volume. Volume is, well, the volume here. So the volumes are above the 50 period moving average, but that's because this is the open of the day. This is, the open of the day. Typically, is going to have a higher amount of volume than the prior candles anyway, because the prior candles were after hour candles. So that's not going to be the best piece of logic there. Let's do it anyway. We're going to say the volume is greater than it's 50. No, V 50. Verify that. Okay. All right, now I'm going to apply that to this chart. Minute. Yeah, I started this one as the 15-second NVDA script, which I guess I need to apply that, but that name is certainly wrong, especially with me looking at life. Okay, so on the first pass, these are all the ones that it puts up, but I said that so I need something to say that, like, one of the recent occurrences is that there is a red candle within 5 or 6 10 candles. Okay, so there's a couple ways I can do this. So I can do recent occurrence, and then it'll tell me how many candles away, and it just has to be less than that. That's what I'll do. Okay. So, because recent occurrence is going to tell you how many bars away that most recent condition happened. So something like, and it's going to be a number. So you do like value 6. We'll just do it at value 2. Value 2, the most recent occurrence. That. What is the test? What is the length? What is the instance? The test is that it's bear. It's a bearish candle, and the range, the length of it, the range is greater than the average trading range. So the average lengths, or average true range of, what do we say, like 6 candles? 6 candles, bear, so that's the test. The length, what do we do? Test, length, and instance. Test, length, and instance. And the length, we want to look back 10 bars. We want to look back 10 bars. Or maybe 6 bars, because that's the length of the true range. And the length that we're looking for. No, it have to be at least 7, and then if the number is greater than 6, then it's a problem. All right, so that's the test, length, instance, MRO. So that's going to be a number, close quotations. MRO is greater than 6. No, that needs to be a condition. That needs to be condition 1. So if it's greater than 6, then we don't want it. If it's greater than 6, then, or we'll just put that this will be less than 6. And that should be true. We're going to start off making sure that condition 1 is defined as false just initially, because otherwise once it's set as true, it'll stay at true. Verify that, and then we'll do condition 1. We already have condition 1, so we need to we just drag this down, cut this, move it to 5, get rid of this, but keep this one up here. That condition 5 resets as false.
Check for entry.
Okay. Alright, so not all these should be firing off. Let's see which one's fire. That one should be firing off because it is a bull, and we have this long candle that's larger than the average of 6 candles. Same here within the last 6 candles.
Alright, side break.
This one here does not have a bearish candle larger than the average range in the last 6 candles. So something is not right here. It's a bear, and the range is greater than the average Q range of 6. But then past 7 candles, the first instance, that number has got to be less than 6. If that's true, then it moves forward. Condition 5 resets as false each time. Or LRO. No, it's still not seeming to looks like it likes the knot. LRO, it wants me to say that it's not condition 5. Condition 5. I need to find out what was printing for condition 5. Date, time, condition 5. So all these are printing as true. All these should not be printed as true. That's the same bar. Okay, there we go. There are some different ones. So this bar, 1415. 1415 on 1031.
Indicator alert.
1031 at 2:15. Some That's false.
Check for a new swing level.
Bare and range is greater than the average true range of 6. All right. And this is the interesting part when you're making a bunch of different algorithms and stuff. Let's see, 1106, 23. Plot 1 is equal to average true range, you said of 6. And then plot 2 is equal to range. Because we need to see what that crossover looks like. Alright, so now we go back to this one. I'm going to take this off. We're going to add 1106. Where does it get added at?
Alright, side break.
BTAI is doing something? 460?
Check for entry.
LIFW is doing something else? Okay. Alright, hang tight. Let's take this call. Alrighty. Alright, so let me figure out where the indicator is. This indicator needs to drop down to a different subgraph. Look up 3. Okay. Alright, and then plot 2 needs to not be a line, it needs to just be a point. Or we can do a cross. Okay, so now we can see relatively. Ooh, that is really starting to look good too. I mean, I'm just saying you got some narrow candles in here and they're not retracing deeply. The bodies are kind of right where they're supposed to be. So you got some folks who are happy with their trade decisions if they are in LIFW. Okay, so what's going on down here?
Check for entry.
These candles are below. These candles are all below the average trading range, which I think is what I said, right? No, I think I said I want them to be higher. I think I said I want the range to be higher than the I wanted it to be a bear and have a higher range, so like this one, right? So it's a bearish candle and the range here is higher than the average trading range within so many candles. So the range is higher. Was that 6? Yeah, that was 6 candles. Here we have range lower. Range is lower than the, yeah, on that short candle there. Here the range is just high. Huh. Here, that range is higher, which that doesn't even make sense. Okay, this candle, this candle here, the range is all the way up here. Okay, so it's way higher than this. I think that's what I was initially looking for when I started this process. But that doesn't happen every time. So that's not a good one. That's not a good one to go by. Alright, I'm going to have to come back at this with fresh eyes. But I think like I said, I'm going to make my playbook to track ascending channels. And it looks like a ascending channel is being made on Life.
All right, side break.
There it goes. Just broke the Just broke the 15-period moving average, but it didn't necessarily close above it. We do have a little bit higher volume there, but the candle isn't closed, so it can do anything. And if this was a channel, this is a very weak channel, you don't know where it's at, where it's going, because it could be as far as here to here. It's not there to there. That's not much of a channel. That is a I know it's some kind of wedge. It's like an opening wedge, not a closing wedge. Something like that. So, anyway, I have got to switch gears. Gotta let my brain rest for a minute, and I may do something later and put together a little video later. So, guys, I hope you got something out of the video. I hope you made a little bit of profits in here on LIFW. Looks like it could continue moving. I mean, all the way up to 10 still. But don't be greedy. Don't be greedy. Don't be like me. I actually wasn't greedy today, because I was going to go in and I was going to go to my other account and capture some of those profits. but I decided not to. And I think it was probably smart. I mean, at least at the time. So, but you do see what I was talking about with this blue line here. And now it met a high and then it pulled back. So at some point, you need to get out of this blue line business. But here, once it started up again, that's usually a pretty good indication to get back in. So, I don't know. Yeah, that's one of my. That's got to be another something in my playbook to find out when to get into those specific trades. All right, so I'm gonna add that one to my playbook. That is the ascending slope play.
Indicator.
Okay, so add it. All right, guys. Hope you had fun. It is 10:58 and I've been at this for about 3 hours now. You would think I had a real job or something. I mean, like I'm doing like a real job, but I am. So anyway, I'm Eric. I'm out. Peace.